What's up, guys? Rob from Bunnies Gaming here, bringing you another Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 Character Spotlight Showcase. In fact, it is the final character showcase. A little late, but I guess better late than never. The game releases tomorrow, as of the recording of this video, at 10 a.m. On Steam, and it releases on consoles at midnight tonight, digitally. But yeah, so they waited until the last day to give us Korra. Kind of was hoping we'd get her spotlight over the weekend, but rest assured I will still be doing the prediction tier list as well as character hype tier list literally right after I record this video. I'm going to eat, and then I will be back with making those videos. So you're going to get like 2 videos tonight. It's going to be great. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into Korra. Of course, she was in Nasby 1, a character that I never really played much at all. A character that stayed towards the bottom half of the tier list for the most part. She had some character reps early on in the game with people like Heels really taking her pretty far. And then, of course, later on we got players like Luke the Spooked and even Blazing Pasta had a Korra for a little bit. So, yeah, we do have, of course, some Korra reps previously. But she never really was seen as like a major meta threat for the most part. So let's see what she's bringing in Nasby 2.
Making her return appearance, Avatar Korra is back and ready for action in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Korra, like her Avatar predecessor, Aang, is capable of bending and harnessing all 4 elements: Earth, Fire, Air, and Water. But unlike Aang, Korra is much more focused on hitting hard and overwhelming her opponent's defenses.
Dive kick.
With fire thrusters that allow her to quickly close the gap in a middle bending whip that can pull opponents in, Korra has plenty of ways to force an opening and lay down some damage.
Oh, she has actual alt skins this time around.
Every single one of Korra's moves is associated with a different element, and depending on which element was last used, her light neutral air attack changes to match.
Oh wow.
Earth hits harder, water has greater reach, fire hits multiple times, and air gives her a vertical boost if used while rising. With that, let's dive straight into her special moves so that you can learn a little bit more about which moves are associated with which elements.
Bodied.
Like mentioned before, Korra is geared towards an in-your-face fighting style. And what better way to do that than to fly straight at him at blazing high speed with her side special, Burning Tackle. This move can be interrupted with a jump or any one of her other attacks. On the ground, Korra takes off at max speed, which makes it an incredible gap closer. In the air, Korra takes a little bit of time to accelerate, but it's still very helpful for getting back to the stage if you get knocked away.
Yeah.
If you need an even quicker boost of speed, the slime version of this attack will do the trick, but keep in mind that it doesn't go nearly as far as the regular versions.
It's like Shredder.
Korra's down special is a middle bending whip with some huge range. If you're able to hit opponents at the end of the whip, they'll get pulled in straight towards Korra, leaving them wide open for whatever attack you feel like using.
What is that?
Next up, her neutral special. Korra freezes the ground in front of her, which causes both her and her opponents to slide around whenever they stand on it. If this move is instead used while in the air, Korra will send a quick, small orb of water flying forward and knock her enemies away. If you're getting a little bit too predictable with how you approach, it's always nice to mix up the tempo by throwing out a projectile. The slime version of this move is a fantastic option at the ledge. Korra scoops up any opponents in front of her and sends them crashing down like a waterfall. Lastly, Korra's up special is yet another 2-in-1 special move. In the air, Korra gets a small upwards lift from a gust of wind before tumbling back to the ground. If used while she's already on the ground, she instead gets launched into the sky from a column of stone that erupts from beneath her feet and can follow up however she likes. You can use this move to threaten opponents from above, or to chase them high into the air to extend your combos.
That move, okay.
Korra has plenty of interesting tools outside of her special attacks as well for you to explore.
Not
just for the sake of example, her aerial and grounded light up attacks kick a gust of air upwards that you can use to juggle opponents, and the grounded version even keeps her airborne for a follow-up. Her charged up air pops a rock up from the stage below her that she can kick back downwards for some tricky set play, and her charged down air allows her to drift around and maintain pressure from some surprising angles when combined with the rest of her mobility options.
Fuck did they do to this
you have what it takes to learn and master all 4 elements? Find out by playing Korra in
Bro.
As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to join the Brawl.
What did they do to Korra? She's like, okay, so a little bit of Nasty One lore. People had been begging for Korra to be essentially completely reworked as a character. Pretty much from the very beginning of the game. She didn't really have a lot of sauce. she's kind of a very straightforward character. Early on in the game, you just relied on her dare, having that slow knockback to just do dumb, slow knockback things. And then after that they got rid of that, it was like just S dare basically. She has a little bit of sauce now because she has the jump cancel neutral special, but this is basically kind of what Korra players had wanted for forever. A completely rework on the character.
Avatar Korra is back and ready for
She's completely different. Also, she has actual alt skins now, which is cool.
Like her Avatar predecessor, Aang is capable of bending and harnessing all 4 elements.
Yeah, so let's talk about this.
And water. But unlike Aang, Korra is much more focused on hitting hard and overwhelming her opponent's defenses.
Yeah, that move right there, that dive, that looks like it's going to be busted. Okay. I haven't really been very critical of many things in this game because I think for the most part the animations actually look really, really good, and the game looks really polished. What the hell is this? Just that looks bad. That's the first move I've seen that I've looked at. I've just been like, ew, gross. That animation's bad.
Plenty of ways to force an opening and lay down some damage. Every single one of Korra's moves is associated with a different element, and depending on which element was last used, her light neutral air attack changes to match.
Yeah, so her nair being different is kind of interesting. I imagine that like you might actually be able to set up kind of what you want. I think a lot of the times you're just gonna hit nair and react to what you get. But it's tricky from an opponent standpoint, right? Because you don't know what you're DIing for. Like, are you DIing for...
Earth hits harder, water has greater reach, fire hits multiple times, and
like
air gives her a vertical boost if used while rising.
Yeah, like a multi-hit, are you DIing for a strong hit? Like, because if you're not ready to SDI out of the multi-hit, you're just going to take it, right? So I don't know, if you knock your opponent up, you might be able to throw out a quick fire move and then set yourself up for a multi-hit nair, you know? I wonder how like that meta is going to develop as far as Korra players like actually setting up the kind of nair that they want. I imagine that for the most part you're just going to be reacting to whatever you get hit by or whatever you throw out, you know, as the Korra player. But I imagine there's some niche uses in which you might set something up, especially like maybe an edge guard. You know, you knock your opponent off stage and you know you want that stronger nair for the finisher potential, so you throw out a earth move and then get set up for the edge guard, something like that, you know.
With that, let's dive straight into her special move so that you can learn a little bit more about
poor Sanji, poor Plankton, just getting
like mentioned before,
bodied.
Is geared towards an in-your-face fighting style, and what better way to do that than to fly straight at him at blazing high speed with her side special, Burning Tackle. This move can be interrupted with a...
This is gonna be so annoying. I have such a hate for moves like this that just just fly around on the other side of the stage, just setting up hitboxes, throwing out like just ledge canceled nonsense. Just ugh. That being said, she kind of needs it. I mean, as annoying as her super dash is in Nasby 1, she needs it, like, because she can't get in otherwise. So it's cool. I'm going to hate playing against it. Let me make that clear. I think the idea behind it is cool. I think it being implemented is really, really cool. I'm just personally going to hate playing against players that are going to just fly around on the other side of the screen, just not wanting to interact with you.
A little bit of time to accelerate, but it's still very helpful for getting back to the stage if you get knocked.
Yeah, so that's also another thing. Like, her recovery in Nasby 1 was decent because she had the fire kick and then she can up special and charge, and her up special would go really, really fast, really, really far. But her having this option for recovery definitely is going to help. I think it's pretty necessary for her to have more of a horizontal recovery. Sorry. Excuse me, I just came back from, work, so I'm exhausted, but
Boost of speed. The slime version of this attack will do the trick.
That's fast. I mean, that is really fast.
Korra's down special is a metal bending whip with some huge range.
Look how far that goes, dude. I mean, you're on the other side of the planet from her when that hits.
If you're able to hit opponents at the end of the whip, it'll get...
you're on another stage. Like, you're on freaking Royalwood Cemetery, and she's hitting you from Jelly.
To the end of the whip, it'll get
jeez, man. Also, LOL. Joker back air.
Special. Korra freezes the ground in front of her, which causes both her and her opponents to slide around whenever they stand on it. If this move is instead used while in the air, Korra will send a quick, small orb of water flying forward and knock her enemies away. If you're getting a little bit too predictable.
Yeah, so I imagine the ice thing is not super important, but I wonder if there's like niche uses for that. Like, oops, sorry, just hit my mic. I wonder if there's like niche uses for that. Like, you throw it out and you catch your opponent maybe overextending on a bad hitbox and they slide into one of your hitboxes. The in the air projectile thing definitely seems more useful, I'd say.
With how you approach, it's always nice to mix up the tempo by throwing out a projectile. The slime version of this move is a fantastic option at the ledge. Korra scoops up any opponents in front of her and sends them.
Yeah, this move seems like, look at like the angle you get sent at by this move. Just brutal. And I mean, we don't know how much percentage Rocco is at, but like just gone.
Down like a waterfall. Lastly, Korra's up special is yet another 2-in-1 special move. In the air, Korra gets a small upwards lift from a gust of wind before tumbling back to the ground.
Yeah, so up special not great.
She instead gets
looks like her up special doesn't really go that far.
Erupts from beneath her feet and can follow up however she likes. You can use this move to threaten opponents from above or to chase them high into the air to extend your combos. Korra has plenty of interesting tools outside of her special attacks as well for you to explore. But just for the sake of example, her aerial and grounded light up attacks kick a gust of air upwards that you can.
Yeah, so this is probably gonna be like absolutely bananas for juggling people. I mean, look how disjointed that is. Like,
even keeps her airborne for a follow-up.
Great for juggling.
Pops a rock up from the stage below.
Squidward just, I don't know what he's raging. So this is interesting, like edge guarding, obviously just controlling space, having that projectile is always very, very helpful. And because she has such a powerful S-dare, or such a powerful spike on her dare, that like just controlling space is really, really important. So aesthetically, you know, I'm happy with the way Korra looks. I'm glad she has some actual legitimate alt skins this time. Strengths, a lot of movement options this time around. Between the rocket booster cancel stuff, what's it called? Her up special being on stage, popping her up into the air. You know, looks like she has a lot of movement stuff she can do. Having some of those projectiles like the water ball she throws out and the rock that she can throw out is great for getting in neutral maybe, but also like setting up for edge guard type stuff. Looks like she has some pretty good juggles. I mean, that air disjoint on her up air, or her light up attack, whatever it is, it definitely looks like it's going to set up for some really, really nice juggling. And it looks like she just has a lot of options that she didn't have in NASB 1. So it looks like she's got more tricks in the bag to deal with different archetypes as opposed to just being punched really hard and hit really hard type of character. Also got a buffed recovery, having, you know, both the fire move and the wind move that she can use to recover with, as well as her up special definitely helps. So it looks like she got a bit of a buff recovery. Weaknesses, that being said, her up special, if you are forced to use it, looks like it still sucks. It doesn't really look like it goes very far at all. Other than that, weaknesses, maybe she looks like maybe her character model's a bit... her character model's not even that really big, really, compared to someone like Gerald. Yeah, I mean, she's really not even that big. Maybe she can get walled out. You know, she has a couple disjoints, a couple movement options to get into neutral, but maybe she still does get a little bit walled out. I can see that being a bit of an issue for her. And I wonder how bad her disadvantage state is, because a lot of her moves seem like they're really good offensively. I'm curious if she has any like big, maybe Nair is good for disadvantage because it kind of surrounds your body. Yeah, I wonder how she's getting at a disadvantage. That's one thing I am a little bit concerned about. So we didn't really see any like big self-covering moves besides Nair. So For the last character in the tier list, how do I feel about Korra? She seems pretty good. I'm gonna put her at mid-high tier, mostly because, like, what separates her from some of these other characters, it seems like she just kills you if you get touched. It seems like she explodes you in one hit. It kind of just feels like you just die, you know. And having some trickiness up her sleeve with some of her projectiles and other stuff definitely leads me to believe that she can kind of contend with a lot more of the matchup types that she couldn't really in SB1. So yeah, we finally have all the character spotlights out. Better late than never. I'm gonna set this to upload, then I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna immediately start recording a tier list video. So yeah, you guys are getting 2 videos in one, thanks to this video being so delayed. So yeah. Anyway, tomorrow, big day for the NASB community, and that's an understatement. Very, very excited. Cannot wait. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching all these character spotlight reactions, and I hope you guys choose to click through to the tier list video whenever I end up getting that up. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in NASB 2 very soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys again next time.